everybody and welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today we are talking something very highly anticipated, and that is none other than the Antonym Skin Esteem Certified Organic Foundation. I think as a makeup lover, we all sort of get a little bit hyped about a foundation. You just can't help it. And this one I think is a nice addition, not only to the Integrity Botanicals website, but just to the green beauty scene in general. I think it has a very unique formulation and I am so excited to share it with you guys. I will be sort of talking through how I like to apply it so you can sort of see how it looks on my skin. It is of course the foundation I am wearing right now. And of course I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinions on this product as well. So first and foremost, the packaging, the pricing, the whole thing. This is sort of what the little unit looks like. Classic Antonym packaging that is both matte and shiny at the same time with the Antonym logo all over it. It does tell you a little bit about the foundation on the side as well as a full ingredients list on the back, so you could check that out. Then when you take the bottle out, this is the important stuff. It is just in a little plastic container. It does have a pump, which is absolutely amazing, and this component is actually a airless container, so you can see the way it's set up. You're going to get every last drop out of this foundation because it is expensive. That makes it just a little peace of mind there. You're gonna get every last cent worth out of this product if you just so happen to love it. This will, however, run you $52, which yes, that is expensive, but something that we use every single day. Something, I think foundation is one of the first things you should switch out if you are going to natural beauty as well, because it is taking up such a large portion of the face and we are wearing it all day long. But this foundation is also vegan and EcoCert certified. I will have a little bit of information about the EcoCert certification down below. And of course, it's a 100% natural product. There are some organic ingredients in there. Alright, so shade range. Let's get into that, and then I will talk to you guys a little bit about my thoughts on the foundation and how I like to apply it, because I do have some thoughts. There are 6 lovely shades, the first of which is Beige Light. The second of which is Beige Medium Light, which is the shade I'm wearing right now, and it's actually pretty freaking spot on if you ask me. It's really good. Then we have Beige Medium. We have Nude, we have Tan, and we have Dark. So there's not a ton of shades, but there is a little bit of a variety there, so you can find one for you. If you guys are a similar shade to me, I am the shade 6 in the Sappho New Paradigm foundation. That's pretty spot on for me. I'll have a couple of my other foundation shades down below because I don't want to misinform you on this video. So now that we have the colors down, a little bit about the formulation, something to be mindful of as far as application goes. And I did have a chance to talk to Valerie, who is the owner of Antonym Cosmetics, about this, just to make sure it's not the formula, it was just me. So when you put this foundation on, because it does have a little bit more of a velvety finish, it is very thin and lightweight on the skin, but it is definitely a more matte finish that builds up beautifully. That's probably my favorite thing about this foundation. Be careful about using a rich moisturizer underneath, because certain ingredients with this plus your moisturizer do not mix. So I use the Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich on my face, and then I put this on and it started to roll off. So if you're experiencing that, that is not the foundation at all. It is just a combination of the two. So I would recommend you either do not put it freshly on top of that makeup, or you use something like an oil. I think that has a little bit better results. Today I just used a couple serums before I put it on, and it turned out lovely, as I knew that it would. So inside here, and then I will show you it going onto my skin, because the coverage on this is stunning. It is a little bit more of a medium. You can build it to a full coverage. I wouldn't say super full, but it did cover a ton of my redness, especially around the nose. And this is also one of those foundations, because of the velvet finish, the longer that it sits and melts into the skin, the better it looks, which I actually love when foundation does that, because I want the longevity out of it. So if it looks a little bit better 30 minutes later, I am there. Anyways, this does have hyaluronic acid in it, which is fabulous, especially because it is a more velvet to matte finish. Hyaluronic acid just really plumps up the skin and makes it remain looking youthful. It does also have shea butter in there. It has jojoba oil, which has a silicone effect to it, making it really smooth and lightweight on the skin. We have sweet almond oil and sunflower oil, and any foundation that just has those hydrating properties. I mean, I love it, especially with a finish like this, because when I first read that it was a velvet finish, I was like, oh boy, I have normal dry skin. I don't know if it's gonna fare too well for me, but I keep checking myself out in the mirror because I'm like, that is a good foundation. But I have been wearing this for quite some time now. I've just been waiting to gather my thoughts on the wear time and things like that for you guys. So like I said, before applying it, I don't like to use a rich moisturizer underneath because sometimes that doesn't quite blend well. It can get the pilling up on the face. Instead, I also like to use, I use the oil like I said, but then I actually like to apply this with my hands, which I think is awesome because the way that this applies, when you first put it on, you're like, okay, that's nice, it's good. First layer, you get about like maybe a little bit heavier than light on your first application. Then you put on a second layer and you're like, now we're getting somewhere. You watch those imperfections sort of blur away. The finish is really velvety and smooth, so it always looks like your skin, which is great as well. The only thing I will say is when you first put it on, if you have much drier skin like I do, just make sure you're exfoliated and your skin's well prepped, because like on my forehead, I noticed that it was sitting there a little bit more, but now that it's warmed up, it looks a lot better. And even around my nose, it was looking like that too. I did show you guys an up close shot so you could see the sort of coverage level, how it looks on my skin. And now that 30 minutes have passed, I love it even more. I will have everything else that I listed that I'm wearing on my face listed down below as well, because this layered absolutely beautiful. Nothing was clinging to it, which again is something I worry about a more matte finish foundation. So I think if you have dehydrated, parched, just flaking skin, I don't think this is going to be the foundation for you. But if you do have normal to dry like I do, so I get a little bit more dry on my forehead and around my nose, I can still definitely make this work given the proper prep to the skin. But if you have combo to oily skin, oh my god, I think you're gonna love it. I hardly had to powder at all. It doesn't leave a shiny residue. It's lightweight, easy to apply with just the fingers, offers great coverage that is highly buildable, and the best part about the stuff is that it is long wearing. It's a little bit hard to tell with some things because, I mean, it could be a number of things that you're applying. For instance, usually where I apply my highlighter is an area where foundation will break up first, just because the mashup of the different ingredients. But this wears stunning, and like I said, I don't really have to apply it. I don't really have to set it with powder. And I think that this is so easy to apply. However, like say you had a little bit of redness on your chin and around your nose, you could even take it, pump it on the back of your hand and sort of touch up, because this builds so great without pilling up and cracking and getting gross and heavy and cakey. That's my favorite thing about this foundation. But alright you guys, that is it. Safe to say I'm really digging this foundation. It's definitely different for me because I don't often go for this finish, but I think this is great for a night out, great for a long work day, great for anybody with combo to oily skin specifically, but I do think it'll work on almost every single skin type, which is really great because it doesn't crack and dry and settle, which is so important. But a quick little tip before I go, if you do find it settling, hit your face with a little bit of face mist. It can sort of get it to blend into the skin. I'm really liking the La Bella Figura Barbary Fig Flower one. I'll link that down below as well. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop me a line. But before you ask, make sure you check out the description box, because I will have what's on my face right now down below. I will also have an ingredients list, a quote from Valerie as well down below, because this foundation is also coconut oil free. How fabulous is that? So I think it's just a really nice addition to the Integrity Botanicals website and beyond. But Valerie always does everything 10 out of 10. She thinks everything out because she is a makeup artist, and that's why I know I can always trust this line. If you guys need a swatch photo, that is on the listing, which I will have linked down below as well. But until then, check out all of our social media and subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I upload new videos here every single Monday and Friday, and I don't want you guys to miss it. You know the drill. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye!